Welcome back to more Darktide. I feel bad for the GW Games Workshop intern who got beat to death with hammers for not thinking of chain shields first. Anyway, Doom the Dark Ages out. Unfortunately, I don't have money to buy it, otherwise this would probably be a Doom the Dark Ages video. But hey, sometimes you're broke and... let's just say I'm getting my funny up and not my money up, which is a shame. Anyway, you know what we're running. You see the bug. You see what we're cracking. We're cracking out my favorite build. Because it's the most fun. And maybe when we get new weapons, I'll play other things. But we have the Mach 4 Cleaver, Slaughter, and Savage Sweep. Mach 2 Ripper Gun with Flechette and Cavalcade for the talents. We got Heavyweight, Smash 'em, Best Defense, Big Friendly Rock, Soften them up, Pumped up, Indomitable, Stomping Boots, Trample. We got Batter, Strike True, Slam, Bonebreaker's Aura, Attention Seeker, No Pushover, Get Stuck In, Bruiser, Frenzied Blows, Dominate, Delight and Destruction, Heavy Hitter, Just Getting Started, and Great Cleaver. That's the build. Let's get into a game, shall we? Alrighty, and we're in. Oh. Been watching Dr. House today. Not Doctor, it's just House. And man, this really is the best adaptation of modern adaptation of Sherlock Holmes. If you didn't know, House is an adaptation of Sherlock Holmes. Gregory House, Sherlock Holmes, Dr. Holmes, Dr. House. Come on now, it all adds up. He even had, instead of Watson, he has a Wilson. It all adds up. Anyway, this patient, he like tried to kill himself because he was in like so much pain at all times. And it's one of those episodes where like the patient is a mirror of House or whatever. You know how it goes. Alright, I missed. And they couldn't figure out why he was in pain so much. And it was like a whole thing. They were just like, at the end, it was just like, just let him go home and off himself, I guess. If that's what the patient wants. And then the side story of this is that House was having issues with his plumbing since the water line or the pipe burst or whatever. And he was like, what do you mean my insurance won't cover it? And the guy was like, it's self-sustained damage. Yeah. Like it wasn't, the damage wasn't covered because it was not like a burst line, it was like a line that was fucked up by like a human. Anyway, and the reason why House figured out what was wrong with the guy is because he saw the plumber he hired just like scratching his nuts. And like, greatest show ever made. Can I, do I have to say any more? This guy's name is Giga Soy Botan Simp. Now I need to know, is it Botan, the blue-haired anime girl from that one anime whose name I don't remember at this very moment? Or is it Shishiro Botan? Because I am also a Shishiro Botan Simp. I have her grenade plushie and I have she's actually the only standout VTuber acrylic standee I have. Cease existing. Thank you. I don't want this to sound mean to any, like, I'm not trying to be mean to content creators or DSP or whatever, but DSP fascinates me. Because he doesn't know how to play video games, and yet he's built a career off it. And it's not even like in the funny, oh, he's bad. Alrighty. My game crashed after the last little 3-minute segment. Not even my game, my whole PC, and also my audio's not in the right channel. I'll fix that once we're in the game. Yeah, my fan wasn't pointed at Darktide, and or in my PC when I booted up Darktide. Fatal mistake on my end. I don't know why Darktide does that sometimes. Like for the longest time, it'll run perfectly fine, um, and then it won't. There. Anyway, because DSP he clearly doesn't enjoy games. I'm just continuing right off where he left off. Like, and I said it's not like bad funny games. It's like genuinely bad at games. He's playing Doom, and the clips I've seen, he generally doesn't process what's on the screen in front of him, and they'll be like, what the hell, that was bullshit, what killed me? And it's like the clearest, easiest to see fucking bright green projectile heading towards him, like... I mean, you've probably all seen the clips of him playing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. No intuitive thinking, and it's just like... You know, I don't want to sound mean to the guy, but I feel like he should just, like, wrap it up, buddy. You're struggling with the Legend of Zelda, it's probably over for you. But I guess, you know, people watch him play, so... I'm just gonna hope that that sniper's gonna bleed out in a second. Whew. Anyway, we're back. Did I have a follow-up to what I was going to say earlier? Probably not. Anyway, I hope Markiplier plays Doom, because I watched him play Doom Eternal. Although I played Doom Eternal at release as well. And I watched him at the same time I was playing it. But I had to stop at times, because he got ahead of me. You know how it goes. Yeah, I do wish I was able to play Doom, but yeah, it is what it is. My friend got Doom, so I'll probably watch her play it on her stream. My artist as well. She's also my artist, I should say. Kinda just threw that rock into the void. Oh, I got some heartburn going on. Ow. Very rude to shoot me while I'm reaching for my water bottle. I had a moment where I was like, oh, I should stop reaching for it. Then I was like, but then I'll like probably have to drop it. So I just took it on the chest. Just a sniper bullet. How bad could that be? Anyway, in one of the... I guess we'll keep talking about... My knife didn't hit the dog first? That's crazy. In one of the house episodes I was watching before I started recording, the patient was this kid named Jackson, and he was an intersex patient, so he was born with both XY and XX. And it got me thinking, it is kind of fucked up that parents decide to choose, like, at birth. It's like there's your gender assigned at birth, right? Because you're like, you know, if you get born with the XY or XX, that's your gender at birth. And obviously you can change that later in your life pretty easily. But I feel like if I had a hypothetical world where I have kids, and one of them turns out to be intersex, I feel like I'd just be like, I'll let them choose when they're old enough. You know, it's not like the surgery has to be done while they're a baby. Also, like, once again, that whole thing, it's like, it falls into that thing of, like, circumcision being also kind of a fucked up scenario. No real benefit from circumcision either. Just, they say, oh, it makes it cleaner. I'm like, and me as a chopped up fella myself, are y'all not washing your weens, man? Like, what do you mean cleaner? You gotta wash your ween either way. Now, I'm gonna say something a little gross, but I need you all. Well, it's not even gross. It's perfectly natural, and if you think it's gross, you're the problem. Circumcised is more aesthetically pleasing for me, but I wonder if that's just because I've only seen a circumcised wiener all my life, and I'm just used to it. Something to think about. Yeah, if I had a kid and they were intersex, I'd probably just let them choose later in life. Be like, you know, around the time puberty was supposed to happen, I'll be like, hey, so here's the situation, you know. I will have informed my child of their diagnosis. I don't know if that's the right word. Situation, scenario, their deal. Deal feels mean, but I feel like it's also appropriate. I didn't dodge. I'm sad. Now, do you want to be a gay son or thought daughter for me? You know, or maybe thought son, gay daughter. Kind of, and then like if I have a male kid who wants to get circumcised, I'd be like, you realize it's gonna hurt for like a long time, right? This is not a painless procedure. And then they'll be like, yeah, but I want my shit, I want my shit cut like salami. I'll be like, alright, son, go off. Although I suppose I could also have a daughter who wants to cut like salami. That'd be up to her. That's a future me's problem. Not even future me, that's a future me's blessing. Me and that other Ogryn had the same idea. My mic is on, so I gotta be careful of my alt key. So you really quickly muted. Didn't even have a mic set in, but I don't want it hearing me yank. Yeah, just something to think about there, I guess.
I've reached the amphitheater at last. The access ciphers will allow you entry. Find stings, open roof. Try not to.
I don't know, maybe I'm just a different kind of beast.
Do you understand? If you can prevent heretic reinforcement.
There was a video today of this guy who's like a linguist. His name's like some crazy name. It's like Xiasmi. He's like, I don't even know how to pronounce it because I didn't hear it said. So I'm just gonna refer to him kindly as that guy. He's like a linguist, so like he's a language pathologist or whatever. They're one of those like fancy nerd jobs. And he did an entire speech using like Gen Z slang, Gen Alpha, Gen Z slang, like skibbity, gyat, a bit of off mixed in there. And on Twitter, this is like a little woke scolding, I guess, from the Twitter. It was just like, oh, why do they always call it Av when it's clearly like, or why do they call it Gen Z slang when it's clearly Av or whatever? Like, well, and like there's criticisms to Av being a sort of, what's the term? Not stolen. Appropriated, I think that's the term. But like, it was very funny. There's also like an equal, if not more, number of people being like, yeah, gyat. Well, gyat might be. It's a sort of a evolution of like goddamn. But like Skibbity Ohio is not Av. That's brain rot. Like Av exists in brain rot dialect, but speaking of, does like speaking brain rot dialect does not mean you're speaking Av. It's using parts of it, yeah. But the you need more than pawns to make a chessboard or whatever. If it's only pawns, then you just got checkers. Fuck, I couldn't remember of that. Fuck, what's that? What's that chess champion's name? He's like a content creator. Man, I can't think of a single chess champion. I was about to be like, gay chess champion be like, queen and penis. Checkmate and penor. Anyway, it's just one of those things where no reason to be mad about it, and people found a reason to be mad about it. Because it was like to a crowd of teenagers, and 99% of the teenagers were having a good time. There was like a couple that were like not having it, but you know, when are teenagers ever really happy or whatever? Oh, that reminds me, speaking of woke scolding, I hate ellipses. Okay, and like, when I say woke scolding, just know that I'll go woke for woke any day of the week. I understand he, him, lesbians. I get it. Alright? I'm not going to be outwoked on my own YouTube channel. But, 99% of the time, I'm annoyed by ellipses. Like, typing them out. Not like ellipses of like, oh, this person's typing ellipses. But like, if you type, if I, like, you'll probably have seen the memes on Twitter where like someone sends an edgy meme and then someone does like ellipses. Like, are you serious? This is not funny. That shit pisses me off. I hate ellipses. Because like the ellipses make me think of like, it's the text version of like doing the anime kid voice or like the wannabe like Valorant corpse husband voice. It's like, ugh, that's not funny. It's like, how about I beat you to death with hammers? I don't know, just 99% of the time. I use ellipses sometimes. I use ellipses appropriately, though. I don't use them to be like, what? Shit pisses me off. Or like ellipses when you're like, see, when it comes to Discord, if you send, like, ellipses are fine in the sense of, like, if I send a cursed or, like, brain rot meme, and you just send ellipses in response, and then, like, a follow-up, generally that's fine. As long as the follow-up is, like, somewhat threatening. Like, I sent brain rot girlfriend meme to my artist, and she did ellipses and says, "I'll get my shotgun," and that's vaguely threatening my life. But if she were to do like ellipses and then be like, what, lol, I would be like, I'm never buying from you again. That's not true, but my point stands. When it comes to Discord, I'm much more of an emoji reactor. I'm a big GIF reactor. I love me using GIFs. There's a lot of good GIFs out there. And I'm not talking about like millennial mom GIFs. I'm talking about Discord user GIFs. You know what I'm talking about. Like Truth Nuke, like that's, you know, insert other GIF in the GIF here. Shit like that. Crazy hamburger. And I don't use emoji. I used to like hate emojis, and then I like got over it. I still hate some emojis. I hate traditional emojis, like the smile emoji. If I type smile :parentheses and it turns into a smile emoji, I'm automatically filled with rage, because the :parentheses smile emoji has more genuine heart to it than the emoji. Okay, but like my favorite emoji is the old man emoji. I love it so much. It's such a good like reaction emoji. Because it's like, like when I react it, just know that I'm going in my head. That's for you to know. I do remember one time one of my friends was like, "Hey, can you stop sending me gifs of anime men kissing? It's like my girlfriend thinks it's weird." And I just said, I sent back a gif of anime guys kissing with the caption, "Yes, King." And they broke up a month later, so I knew, you know, is it my fault? No. I think she was just wrong. I feel like if you're getting uncomfortable from me sending anime gifs of boys kissing to your boyfriend, I feel like that's a you problem, not a me problem. I have two like big totes. I have two big totes and in my room, and they're stacked on top of each other because I don't really have a place to get them from when I moved, and they kind of act like a footrest in a way. My cats like to stay on top of these, and they're stacked on top of each other. It's pretty tall. It goes up to like a little past my hip, and I'm 6'5", right? But my cats like being up there, but they like wrestling on top of it, and it's like watching a WWE ring. Who's gonna get knocked out of the ring first? And like fall to their inevitable doom, like the Lion King. Anyway, that's gonna be it. If you missed the one of the video, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, or don't. I am not your mother, but you better brush your teeth and have a good one. Bye bye.